stay on your grind and it'll pay off one day. I was told that I wouldn't make it, but the words couldn't get in my way. I'ma let these haters be my motivators, and when I make it, they gon' hear me say, yo, you make it because let's just face it, boy, I just made it. I told you I won't stop till I reach the stop.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Is everybody crisp? Is everybody irie? Let's talk. But first, I'd like to thank Mr. Foy for sending this to me. If you want your own custom shirt, I'm leaving his information in the pinned comment. Reach out, support your postal family. You zimmy? All right. Number one, what's going on, Chicago? Anybody from Chicago in the house? I'm hearing that they're closing the Chicago plant down. Is this true? Talk to your boy. Let people know if this is true. Chicago's supposed to be closing one of their plants down. If it's not true and it's just a rumor, please put a rest to the rumor. All right, let's talk about what we spoke about yesterday and the union and us getting together and making sure that we put some words together and project what we need to the union. Let's talk, okay? Let's talk for real. Let's talk. I know I talk a big game and I don't really care for unions too much, but I do like it when the unions actually do what they're supposed to do. Unify, unite, bring us together with one common cause, right? Right. Now, that message that I sent yesterday or spoke about yesterday was excellent because I like the fact that somebody had the gall to go out and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. Lo and behold, not too long after that, somebody wrote me, and I appreciate you writing me. And like I try to keep people's names out of it. Y'all like this shirt. I like the shirt too. It go crispy with the hat, baby. Yeah, so I'm gonna read this, okay? And this seems to be the common theme, which is bothersome. And a lot of you will identify because I read this in the comments section. The common theme, all right? Let's see if I can read this because, you know, I ain't got my reading glasses on. Good evening. My name is such and such, and I'm writing you to say thank you for using your platform to help the national letter carriers. My husband wrote a letter that sounds like the one you read on YouTube channel on September 18th. The letter was written August 10th, 2023. When he shared it with his coworkers, they copied and passed it around the city of Jackson, Mississippi, branch 217, Mississippi in the house. It was posted on the internet and it got back to his union president as well. This is where it gets funny. The union president called it bullshit and said that Winston was a fool for writing it. I didn't mean to say his name, but Winston has also presented a proposal to the union asking them to purchase ice machines for each station to help carriers during the hot months. That was also shamed and never mentioned at a union meeting. Why not? Why not? It's people like you that help spread the word and shows that we all do care about our mail carriers. I've attached the pictures showing the original letter and the date that it was written. Thank you again for using your platform to help people like my husband have their voice heard. Sincerely, yes, we know who you are. All right, we gonna zoom in and we gonna read this. Now, the thing with this is that when I read that, I heard that the union president kind of laughed at them. They scarfed their face. Now, they can do that. They can scarf their face all they want because there's no backing. There was no backing. There was no voice. As my friend CM Punk said, sometimes somebody got to be the voice of the voiceless. And I just happen to have a platform. That doesn't necessarily mean I agree with everything, but I will be the voice. So you all need to start putting your things together because people are starting to listen. People are starting to be concerned. When enough of you come together as one, what do we call that? Unified, right? Unified. And uni is the prefix to the word union. Yes? Yes. You see how that works? Now, if the union doesn't have your or a majority of your best interest at hand, then you know what you need to do with your union president or your union representatives that say no or are the naysayers when all of you 30 people say yes, this is what we want, and then you got one person saying yeah, no, that's stupid. No. We all want this. You think it's stupid because you probably have it already. I read a lot of comments about the 2 tiers and people saying, you know, the older people that have the first tier, they don't care. And that's a shame because we're all one. We're all unified. But if the people that are sitting up top don't have the same interests as you do, then it's time to get what? Fresh blood in there so that you have somebody to represent the interests of the people that they are representing. Kind of like our government, the old heads that are sitting up there. They don't represent a lot of us young people. They need to all go, start fresh. My opinion, but what I know, I'm just a truck driver. I was a truck driver. Let's talk about this letter. Dear Mr. President, Mrs. Vice President, officer, and members of the National Association of Letter Carriers, I come to you not as an individual, but as a member of a collective union. I like that. We all know as the years changes, price and wages of the past do not match up to today's costs of living. The matter that I speak of is our wages as a collective and length of time it takes to top out on the pay chart. I do not want to include UPS in our talks about wages, but it must be addressed. I like that. We are not here to debate whose job is more difficult, important, or more valuable to the community. I hope we all recognize that both companies are in the delivery business and USPS is not keeping up with the wage category. Some members and I have discussed some changes that we think could help our carriers to adjust and not feel so overwhelmed by today's economic status. This is a proposal, and we hope you all decide to vote yes and try to get any and every member that you know nationwide to get on board. We propose that the CCAs start at $25 an hour. I like that. Once you cross over as a full-time employee, your salary should start at $62 grand or $30 an hour. The steps should gradually increase over the next 6 to 7 years, topping out at $95,680, $46 an hour. The proposal also suggests that any carrier over 8 years full-time employee status should top out in the next 2 to 3 years. Some of you may think this is high because we're a bigger company than UPS, but I did the numbers, and it would cost the employer approximately $15 billion annually more to accommodate 750,000 city carriers. We bring the company in over $80 billion annually, so if you're wondering, we're not asking for too much. Thank you for listening. Well, I'm going to correct something. We don't have 750,000 city carriers. What we do have is about 300,000, somewhere in that ballpark. But still, I understand the message, and I agree with this message. And it's about time that you people, who the hell you calling you people? You people. It's a prejudice statement. You people over there. Listen, it's about time that you people start stepping up. All right. If one person can write this and come unified, then a bunch of you can start writing something similar. This is not just for the carriers. Don't get it twisted, because the mail handlers are way behind the ball. All right. The mail handlers need to step the game up because the mail handlers make the least. And they are virtually the inside version of the city carriers because they're just in there grinding, moving, lifting, pushing, pulling, loading, everything. But you guys get the shittiest salaries And your union, I have no idea what's going on with your union. Honest to goodness, I don't know. I don't like to speak about you guys that much because Miss K's supposed to be doing it. We don't know what happened to Miss K. She's missing in action. But whenever she comes back, hopefully she'll address some things. But your union sucks. $16 an hour, whatever it is, 17 bucks an hour for mail handlers, and y'all be grinding. Y'all deserve more than that. Okay? At the end of the day, y'all deserve more than that. You know, I'm not knocking other crafts, but mail handlers be grinding. A lot of y'all be hiding, but a lot of them be grinding, okay? So it's time that you, if you have any sense of intellect, anybody that you know that has a sense of intellect, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'd call, you know, a friend or a doctor or ex-wife, whoever, to help me formulate my words properly so that I could present it to the union the right way. And before I present it to the union, I'm gonna present it to my brothers and sisters within my craft. That's how you start something. Say, hey, look, do you think this is good? Do you think we should work this? Is this worded correctly? Because I'm gonna go to the union meeting and I think we need to present this because our union rep isn't doing very much except for being able to take days off whenever they want to and disappear and not get written up. And it's about time they start doing something for that little 30 bucks that they get every month. It's time. And if you guys don't do anything about it, you'll just sit down and lay down for it. Because somebody made a comment yesterday and said, you know what, it all sounds good, but ain't nobody gonna do nothing. That's what the person said. Read the comments from yesterday. Person said that. And you know what? I almost agree with them. Because we could sit here and talk, we could complain. Is that the culture that we're in right now? Unfortunately it is. Or can we do something? It's simple words. Put words down on paper, get enough signatures, present it to the people that you guys elect. And if the people that you guys elect do not agree with it, get them the hell out of there. Put people in there that's gonna do what you need them to do. Because enough of the foolishness. We're going through the turmoil right now. We getting people that getting plants closed. We getting people getting excess. People don't know when their next checks are because they missing full checks. The foolishness and the foolery, the division amongst ourselves, it started. Okay, the Joy got that chess game going on. I already told y'all. But keep it up. Because we all gonna be fresh out of luck sooner or later unless enough of us step up, write some things up for each of your crafts. If you don't like something going on in your craft, do something about it. Do something about it. Don't sit here and just complain and argue back and forth. Do something about it. I got a little platform. I give you the information. You heard the words. You want to see an example of this? Hey, email me, Jay. Can you send that to me so that, yeah, I could kind of formulate something in those words for my craft and we could start something here. And once something starts small, it snowballs into something bigger and bigger and bigger. And then maybe there'll be some change. But until then, y'all can just be quiet and sit back and just look at Jay's cool, clean, crisp, and Irish shirt. Or we could do something about it. You see me? This is not really a message you wanted to hear. This is a message that you needed to hear. This is JH. Sorry if I offended you. No, I'm not. Y'all my postal family, brothers and sisters fight. But we gotta fight for one cause. And I'm out.